Hello everyone, welcome to the Power Hour series. This side, your botany mentor Mukul, and today we are coming with the end game, last chapter of this Power Hour series, that is the sexual reproduction in flowering plant. Very important, very crucial chapter of class 12th. Count nearly 3 to 4 MCQ, that is 16 to nearly 20 marks. So let's start with the first slide, that is the introduction slide. We started this journey from 11th of March, 17th, 25th, 1st April, 8th April, 15th April, 22nd April, and today is 29th April. And today we are going to cover this chapter. We are going to discuss male reproductive system and female reproductive system, two subtopics. Let's start with the discussion of sexual reproduction in flowering plant. First slide, very first slide, what they are saying to us now, all flowering plant, that is angiosperm. You know that plant is divided into cryptogam, phanerogam. Now, cryptogamy have a three subtype, that is the thallophyta, bryophyta. Here angiosperm have a one reproductive part, that is a flower, and in flower, we can say that flower is developed from a stem. We can say that a flower is a modified version of, I am adding here slide, flower is a modified version of stem. For example, this is stem. Stem have node, internode, node, internode, node, internode. Okay? Stem having node, internode. Now, this portion of internode start to condense. And after condensation, it becomes like this. After that, continuous condensation. Now it's look like this. And each node is responsible for formation of one floral whorl. For example, this uppermost whorl responsible for formation of ovary, style and stigma. This another whorl is responsible for formation of calyx. One whorl responsible for formation of filament and anther. One whorl responsible for formation of sepal. Like that way flower is manufactured or modified. Now, here we are going to discuss a structure of flower first. Now, title is Structure of Flower. So, we are going to start this diagram with the lower part, that is a pedicel, and a bulgy part which is responsible for storage of food. This part is known as receptacle or thalamus. This part is known as receptacle or thalamus. Just above thalamus having two functions. First function, storage of food, reserve food material. And second function, giving support to ovary. Now here I am drawing ovary, that is, this is stigma. Second part is style. And third part is ovary. And ovary have a very important part, that is ovule. Now, this ovule is looking like inverted position, right? This inverted position ovule is known as anatropous ovule. And anatropous ovule is a characteristic feature of the angiosperm. Let's discuss another part, second floral word. For example, this is the node portion, and from this filament and connective and anther. Here also filament, connective and anther. Then we can write it as anther, connective, filament, anther connective filament. Then there is petals. So large petals. Large petals. Those are the petals which is present. Now these petals or a single is known as petal and combinedly known as corolla. Lastly, what we are going to draw here is sepals. Now this part is sepal, this part is sepal, singly we can call it as sepal and combinedly known as a calyx. Combinedly known as calyx. So calyx, corolla, androecium, gynoecium, 5 floral whorl. Calyx, corolla, androecium and gynoecium. Now where is androecium and gynoecium? If I am talking about androecium, gynoecium, then this stigma style ovary completely known as pistil, and if those kind of 2-3 pistils are present, then this is known as carpels, and this reproductive system is called as female reproductive system because responsible for formation of egg cell, and this entire part scientifically we called it as gynoecium. Now what about the anther connective filament? This anther connective filament combinedly called as stamen or male reproductive system, or scientifically we can call it as a androecium. Now this is the structure of a flower. What is our topic? We are going to discuss about the male reproductive system and female reproductive system. How many of you joined the session? One student is joined only. Okay, no issue, no issue. I know you are having a tough time now because after 4 days you have your examination, NEET examination. From my side, it's a best wishes for you. And if you get the time, just watch this video for overall revision of a male reproductive system. Second slide, I am drawing here one filament, one connective, and one anther. For example, this is the anther. This is, we can call this as a connective, and this part is known as the filament. This part is known as the filament. If we cut the anther, that is the TS of anther. That is a TS of anther. We get the portion like this, and if you observe this portion from top view, it is looking like just kind of like this. Now this entire part is known as lobe. So for example, this is a lobe 1, and this entire part is known as the lobe, another lobe. This is lobe 2. So if question is asked into the NEET examination that how many lobes are present into the TS of anther, then your answer will be 2 lobe. We are talking about the diathecous anther. Okay. Now here there is 1, 2, 3, 4 chamber-like structures are present. Now we can't call it as a pollen sac because pollen grain is not formed here. Just sporogenous, what I am saying, just sporogenous tissue are present, or archaeosporial cells are present here. So we can easily call it as a microsporangia. This structure is known as, this structure we can call as microsporangia. This structure we can call as microsporangia. Now, the membrane, the flat membrane which is present into the structure of anther, I am drawing here. Flat cell membrane, and it is for protection purpose. If I am saying any flat cell membrane present outermost side and it is for protection purpose, then you can easily remember the name of this layer. If anyone from the chat session, can you answer the name of this layer, which is the outermost layer, which is used for the protection, which is having some use for dehiscence of anther also? Now this outer layer, anyone from chat section? This outer layer is also known as, we can call it as epidermis. Epidermis. What is the function of epidermis? I am writing here, the function of epidermis is protection. This is outermost and a single layer, Now, inside the epidermis, there is elongated cell, present in structure of anther, which is having callose deposition, a tough membrane, but a single membrane like epidermis, but elongated cell and having callose deposition. What is the function of this membrane? You can easily imagine the function of this membrane. This membrane is known as endothecium. The function is, yes, protection. Also, this is a part of anther wall. So epidermis, endothecium, as well as one more layer I am going to explain here, that is the middle layer, responsible for dehiscence of anther. Means this anther is going to break down after the formation of pollen grain, and pollen grain released from the anther. This is known as the dehiscence process. Now only we are understanding the function of endothecium is the protection. It is outermost or inner to epidermis. It is inner to epidermis. Epidermis. A multi-layer or single layer? It is a single layer. Is there any substance is deposited? In that layer? Yes, there is one substance that is known as the callose deposition. Why so? Callose is a tough substance, which is giving a protection. Because look, there is a 1 micron sporangia present here, like that 1, 2, 3, 4 microsporangia, each anther, diathecous anther. Each microsporangia have a sporogenous cell. Every sporogenous cell can do meiosis and then mitosis through formation of 4 pollen grain. And 4 pollen grain responsible for formation of 8 male gamete. So here male gamete formation carried out. The location inside the microsporangia, male gamete formation is carried out. So it is very important part. It need to be protected. Now this protection purpose, epidermis, endothecium we have. Third layer for this protection purpose we are having here, that is known as a small parenchymatous cell. Just below the endothecium, small parenchymatous cell just below the endothecium. This is known as the middle layer. But how many middle layer are present? 1, 2, 3, 2 to 3 middle layer. Sometimes 4 middle layer, according to the size of anther and protection purpose. Now, another one middle layer I am going to draw here, 2 at least, to understand the topic, 2 at least. How many middle layer are there? 2 to 3 middle layer. It is also having which kind of cell? That is the parenchymatous cell. What is the function of middle layer? Sometimes storage of food, and most probably use in dehiscence as well as protection purpose. Now, inner to, let's write the name of this layer, that is the middle layer. What is the feature? Parenchymatous cell. Parenchymatous cells. 2 to 3 layer, 2 to 3 layer. Function is protection. Okay. Now, a very crucial layer. That crucial layer is known as tapetum, innermost layer, pyramid shaped cell, multinucleated. What I am saying, pyramid shaped cell, not single nucleated, that is the multinucleated, responsible for nourishment of sporogenous cell to formation of pollen grain, pollen kit formation, Ubish body formation, sporopollenin formation, Calais enzyme synthesis, lot of function is going to perform by this layer. This layer is known as tapetum. I am writing here, a layer is known as tapetum. Only 1-2 point I am writing here, single layer, pyramid shaped cell, third point, nourishment, function is not protection, nourishment of, we can say that PMC, pollen mother cell, for development. Next, pollen kit formation, then Calais formation, sporopollenin formation. Look, this sporopollenin is not going to form directly. There is a body, Ubish body, which is going to form by the tapetum, and then this body is responsible for formation of sporopollenin. And last point, multinucleated. This is all about a tapetum layer. Very important, very crucial layer is a tapetum. Then there is a part which is sterile part, present in middle position. that sterile part. We can draw this with the help of shapes, and we can given a color to it. Okay, this sterile part is known as connective. This sterile part is known as connective. It is not participate into the sexual reproduction, so it is sterile, connective. This is what exactly is structure of anther. How many lobe? 2 lobe. How many chamber? I am asking. If you are observing this diagram, you can easily told me that 1, 2, 3, 4 chambers, sir. So 2 lobe, 4 chambers. So structure of anther. Structure of anther having 2 lobe, 4 chambered structure. Structure of anther have 2 lobe and 4 chambered structure. 2 lobe and 4 chambered structure. This is what exactly we are starting with the diagram of structure of anther. I hope so you are getting my point. Yes, Ojas is saying epidermis. Right, Ojas? Right. So, give me just 2 minutes of time. Just 2 minutes of time. Note it down if any point you think it is important, you don't know about that, then note it down the point. And if you have any doubt, you can ask in the chat section. Give me a minute. Just give me a minute. Okay, let's discuss further. For example, if you are thinking or if you have understood the structure of anther, then let's discuss about how male gamete formation is carried out, and let's discuss some MCQ regarding to that. But first of all, understood that here I am copying this slide. This is what we studied about the structure of anther. Now, for example, this is one lobe. For example, this is one lobe of anther, and here in middle we have microsporangia, and microsporangia have a cell which is known as a sporogenous cell or archesporal cell, which is known as a sporogenous cell or archesporal cell. The one cell, any one cell of this microsporangia start development, and other cell provide the nutrition to them. Not all cell, but some cells are providing nutrition to them. And this cell which start development, it is called as PMC. That is known as pollen mother cell, or sometime we are calling it as MMC. MMC is not always megaspore mother cell. Here, MMC is microspore mother cell. Here, MMC is microspore mother cell. I'm writing here, MMC is microspore mother cell. MMC is microspore mother cell. Now, what is the ploidy of this PMC or MMC? N, 2N, 3N, none of the above. But obvious 2N, that is the diploid or diploid, 2N. For formation of pollen grain or male gamete, it perform meiosis, and meiosis have two types, meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. After meiosis 1, it becomes 2 cell, for example 2 cell, and ploidy of the cell are N and N because meiosis 1 is a reductional division. Now, after that, it perform meiosis 2. This is meiosis and meiosis 1. For example, this is also a meiosis, and this is the meiosis 2. One meiosis division only. There is no two meiosis division, only one meiosis division. Now, after meiosis 2, there is a N, 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 and N. 4 cells are formed. By observing diagram, it is looking like 3 only. And I am writing here 4. And obviously, meiosis 1, meiosis 2, after that 4 cells are going to be synthesis. Now, where is the 4th cell? For example, this is the structure. Here is a 1 cell. Here is another one. Is a 3rd one. 4th one is backside, here, from backside. It is a spherical tetrahedral structure. So, I am writing here, this is a tetrahedral structure, and all 4 having one substance deposited into the wall. This substance is known as callose, and callose is a tough substance. It is act like a glue here. All 4, we can say that now microspore are attached with each other in a tetrahedral structure with the help of one substance that is known as callose, and the breakdown of callose is very important for formation of pollen grain, and pollen grain is a part where vegetative cell is present, and that vegetative cell is going to divide bimitotically to form 2 male gamete. Now, the breakdown of this callose is very, very important. So, before that only, we write it here, callase enzyme formation. Which enzyme? Callase enzyme formation. So, here, tetrahedral structure in the presence of callase, breakdown into 1, 2, 3 and 4 Those 4 are known as microspore here. This is the microspore. Ploidy of microspore is N, but it start development, all 4 start development. Here is a plasma membrane. Outside the plasma membrane, there is start to synthesis that is known as intine. That is, we are going to call it as a intine. This first layer is PM, not Prime Minister. It is a plasma membrane. Outside this, there is one discontinuous layer. Discontinuous layer which is formed by the sporopollenin is known as the exine. This is exine. And inside there is one larger cell. This larger cell is known as vegetative cell, and one smaller cell is formed here, that is known as the generative cell. So one larger cell and one smaller cell. One larger cell, one smaller cell. This larger cell is the vegetative cell and this smaller cell is known as the generative cell. On all four locations, this type of development is formed. First is microspore. Now we can call it as a pollen grain. So this intine is manufactured with the help of two substances, that is the pectin and cellulose. And this exine is exine is formed with the help of sporopollenin. Sporopollenin. This is the structure of pollen grain. Now, this pollen grain, this structure, getting this structure from. Now, this structure having generative cell, and generative cell formation takes place with the help of one division that is known as mitosis. So this microspore N, vegetative cell also N and generative cell also N, because mitosis, so generative cell is, ploidy of generative cell is N. This generative cell perform one another mitosis, and after this mitosis there is a two cell formation which is having ploidy and the cell are known as male gametes. This is a development of male gamete, or we can call this concept as microsporogenesis. Microsporogenesis. Let's discuss two MCQ on the basis of that structure. Let's discuss two MCQ. Which are those MCQs? First MCQ. First MCQ. Question. If you have sorry, if you have 100 PMC, calculate total number of male gamete formed from 100 PMC? Question mark. Option is, can I give the option to you? Options are necessary, or directly you can calculate the thing? Okay, option you want. Okay, fine. Option number A, 100 male gamete. Option number B, 200 male gamete. Option number C, 400 male gamete. Option number D, 800 male gamete. I'm giving you a fifth option also. E, nota, that is none of the above. You have a time with you. Try to calculate. Anyone from the chat section have potential to calculate this answer? You can calculate. I'm waiting for you. Question is in front of you. You have 100 PMC. Calculate total number of male gamete formed from 100 PMC. PMC stand for pollen mother cell. You have 1 minute of time. Let's discuss the solution. Let's discuss the solution. What is the question? That 100 PMC. 100 PMC. Let's calculate with the help of 1 PMC first. 1 PMC, and then multiply it by 100. If I am saying 1 PMC, 1 PMC responsible for formation of 4 pollen grain. So 1 PMC, 4 pollen grain. Now each pollen grain have 1 generative cell, and each generative cell form 2 male gamete. Means 4 pollen grain into 1 into 2. 4 pollen grain having each generative cell into 2 male gamete. 4 2s are 8. From 1 PMC, 8 male gamete. From 100 PMC, 100 into 8, 800 male gamete. How many male gamete? From 100 PMC, 800 male. Option number D is correct answer. Second question from my side. I'm writing here the question. Find out correct sequence of anther wall from outside to inside. Options for you. Option number A, tapetum, then middle layer, then third is endothecium, and fourth one is epidermis. Option number B, middle layer, tapetum, endothecium, and epidermis. Option number C is epidermis, endothecium, tapetum and middle layer. Option number D, epidermis, endothecium, middle layer and tapetum. Try to solve this question. You have 1 minute of time. Find out correct sequence of anther wall from outside to inside. Easy MCQ, very easy. Okay, from chat section, Shiva is saying option number D. Neeraj is saying option number D. Mallar is saying option number D, and option number D is a correct answer, guys. Option number D is a correct answer. Shiva, Neeraj, Mallar, Ojas, I am giving you another very interesting question, which is having a, what we can say, a relation with the help of cell division, sexual reproduction in flowering plant and morphology of flowering plant. Combined 3 chapter are going to come this MCQ. Let's try to solve this MCQ now. Next slide. Question is, in a flower of, write down the question with me. In a flower of mustard plant, what I am saying, in a flower of mustard plant, each microsporangium or we can say that each microsporangia have 20 pollen mother cell, that is the PMC. I am writing here long form also, pollen mother cell. Question is, find out total number of gametes are formed from this flower, question mark. Option number A is 240. Option number B is 320. Option number C is 614. Option number D is 3840. Option number E, nota. Very interesting question. If I am asking you 20 pollen mother cell and male gamete, meiosis, mitosis is involved. If I am asking with the help of pollen mother cell, sexual reproduction in flowering plant is involved. And if I am asking the flower of mustard plant, it means morphology of flowering plant, Brassicaceae family. You have question in front of you. You have 5 options with you. Try to solve and give the answer in the chat section. Uh, Mallar is saying A. I think so. A is not a correct answer, Mallar. Try to attempt by using another way. I am giving you a hint, Mallar. I am giving you a hint. Look, they are saying 20 PMC, but where? Each microsporangium, अब diathecous anther of each microsporangium, 4 microsporangium are there. So 1, 20, 20, 20, 20 in 4, what we can say, microsporangium. Second hint, they are talking about the mustard plant. So Brassicaceae family, 2 hint. Very interesting, very good MCQ according to point of view of NEET. Anyone from you? Aditya saying 320 sir. Aditya Tiwari is saying 320 sir. Okay, Aditya, let's see. Let's try to calculate. Anyone other than Aditya and Mallar want to give the answer? Done? Can I solve this MCQ? Neeraj is saying option D. Okay. So one student is saying sir option 1. Another one is sir option B. Another one is option C sir. Another one is option D sir. Someone is going to say Nota sir. But obviously any one of the student is going to attempt the correct answer, because there is a tukka method, guessing method, right? Understood the question. Each microsporangium have 20 pollen mother cell. Means, for example, this is structure of anther, and each microsporangium have 20 pollen mother cells. So total pollen mother cell, total PMC 80. Total PMC 80. Now from 1 PMC, how many pollen grain formation takes place? 4 pollen grain. And from 1 pollen grain, how many male gamete is going to form? 2 male gamete. So from 1 PMC, 4 into 2, total 8 male gamete formation takes place. So now with the help of 80 PMC, 80 into 8 male gamete, so total male gamete should be 8 8s are 64, 420 male gamete. Now almost all students are going to take this option, that option number C. Okay, Sneha is saying option number B, and almost students are saying that is the option number C, sir, 480. Now 480 is not an answer. If I am saying correct answer is 3840. How come 3840 is the answer of this question? Mallar, Sneha, Aditya, Neeraj, Shiva, Ojas. Can you getting my point? Sir, 20 PMC, yes, but each microsporangium means 20, 20, 20, 20. Right? So 80 PMC. Now, here is the twist. The twist is a flower of mustard plant. And mustard plant belongs to which family? Brassicaceae family. Which family? Brassicaceae family. If you remember the floral formula of Brassicaceae family, I think so, actinomorphic, bisexual, calyx, corolla, androecium, gynoecium, superior fuse 2, and calyx is 2 plus 2, corolla is 4, androecium is 2 plus 4. What is 2 plus 4 is called as tetradidymus condition. Means how many anther each flower have? 2 plus 4 means 6 anther. How many anther? 6 anther. The condition is known as tetradidymus condition. Now, if I am saying in a flower of mustard plant, how many total anther are there? 2 plus 4 is 6. Now, 640 into 6 is equal to 6, 0, 6 4s are 24, 4 carry 2, 6 6s are 36, 36 to 38. Correct answer should be 3840. I hope so you are getting my point. Correct answer is D. Everyone, just write in a chat section. Do you understood this? Do you getting this point? Done? Very good. Okay. Don't worry, Mallar. This kind of question is rarely asked into the NEET examination. Look, the thing is that here I am giving you a questions with a moderate level, medium level to tougher level. This kind of question is going to ask into the examination like it's way before, that is the AIPMT or AIMS conducting their separate examination, MGIMS, that is the Mahatma Gandhi Institute of Science, those institutes, JIPMER, those institutes is way before in the past conducting their own examination, and in those examination they are going to, they ask this kind of question. But in NEET examination, if we are considering the trend from 2016-17 onwards, there is no such type of question is asked into the examination. Yes, but those kind of question they are asked into the examination. Find out the correct sequence of anther wall from outside to inside, inside to outside also. Then if you have a 100 PMC, calculate the total of number of male gamete from 100 PMC. This is very easy. 100 PMC, it means from 1, 8. So from 100 PMC, 800. This kind of question they are asking. Getting my point? Mallar, getting my point? Don't be demotivated. Just be positive. Go into the examination hall with the positive intent. Very, very important. This is a very important. Look, positive intent giving you a positive energy, and positive energy is reflect in your result, definitely reflect. While solving paper, don't look this side, because if you are looking this side, you think all students are writing examination very seriously, and I am the only one who don't know the answer of this physics question. But it is not true. While you are solving the physics MCQ, any other student heading towards you or observing you to trying to solve this MCQ, and he thinks that you are the one who is going to get the seat of MBBS. Understood? This is just the thinking, this is just the perspective. Time management is very important. In the NEET examination, time management is very important. 50 to 50 minutes only. I am saying 50 minutes for zoology, botany, combine. Or 1 hour, max to max. If there is a lengthy paper, 1 hour. Then for physics, maximum time. Chemistry, maximum time. 2 hours, 30 minutes. You have to solve an entire paper for 30 minutes, rechecking and all those things. Bubbling should be correct. Bubbling should be correct. Means if you are sure about the answer, if you are seeing the question and if you think C is the correct answer, C is the only correct answer, then that time only just bubble it out into your OMR sheet. Why? Because if you are trying to bubble it in a last moment, so last moment is a harsh moment. In a rush, if in position of 4th MCQ you write the answer of 5th. So continue from 5th onwards, all question going to get wrong attempted. So if you are getting my point, if you are understanding this MCQ, let's give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up. Everyone is done? Okay, so only 3 minutes left. Can we discuss any other MCQ with you? Let's discuss one another MCQ question. A layer, or we have question in a slide also, no? We have slides for question. Okay, question is front of you. Which statement is found, which structure is found in the gynoecium? Not androecium, they are saying gynoecium. Remember the structure of flower. Try to answer the question. We have slides also for question, but important MCQ, a difficult MCQ, I write into the slide. So, which structure is found in the gynoecium? Carpel, yes. Carpel, yes. Ovary, yes. Ovule, yes. Stigma, yes. It means all of the above. Second MCQ. Second MCQ. Order the whorl of flower from outermost to innermost. It's definitely calyx, outermost to innermost. And about the flower, they are not saying about the anther. They are about the flower. From outside to inside. How many of you are saying outside to inside? Outside is a calyx, then corolla, then androecium, then gynoecium. Calyx, corolla, androecium, gynoecium. C. C is the correct answer. Another one MCQ. What does syncarpus means? What does syncarpus means? Anyone in chat section? Syncarpus and apocarpus. There is a two terminology in a morphology of flowering plant. If petals or carpels, sorry, not petal, carpel means female reproductive system. Gynoecium, that is fused, then syncarpus, and free, that is known as the apocarpus. So, fused carpel, fused corolla, fused androecium, or fused gynoecium. Definitely the answer is fused corolla? No. Fused carpel? Yes or no? Yes. Fused carpel. Another MCQ. Flower with both androecium and gynoecium. Flower with both androecium and gynoecium. Look, in case of human, bisexual means a person who is equally interested into the male and female is a bisexual person. Okay? But in case of flower or plant, the presence of androecium and gynoecium is in the flower is known as the bisexual flower. So the correct answer is A. And in case of human, if not in human, in case of animal, if there is an animal which is having male reproductive system and female reproductive system in only one single animal, then it is known as the hermaphrodites, right? So here we are done with the power hour session of sexual reproduction in flowering plant. I hope so you are getting my all point, understood the MCQ. All the best for your NEET examination. I hope so you are going to get selected into the examination, and let me know after your selection. Bye bye.